Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing is Lewis.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
You look at this Bears defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Now Lewis. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Curtis.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Back to throw. Lewis.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's Lewis to throw on 2nd down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jordan Addison
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and a couple.
They'll try the left side. Colbert, and he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The Bears at 7 and 8 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On first down, it's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. Colbert, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Colbert, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Fields now to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, Colbert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down now, Colbert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Lewis.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Lewis. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now it's Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Lewis.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Lewis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Lewis completes this to Addison out left. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things.
Fields is intercepted for a third time.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lewis. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there with an amazing diving catch.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Lewis off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Lewis. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Bears nothing. Daniel Carlson set
Following
to
the
kick off.
touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not many Brewers just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
No mas, no mas.
Back to throw. Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And I don't think there's any question.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Hey, 10, 11. Hey, 10.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Up the middle they go. Colbert. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Colbert. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Fields. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here we go.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, it's Curtis, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
3rd and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the post off was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll run on first down. Colbert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Colbert about 3 yards there to the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Here's Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are back within a score.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Lewis now, off play action.
Pass complete to Addison.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Throwing is Lewis.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
That is caught, fighting his way through contact. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Colbert. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
You got a mini base.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Right back to him on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Now Lewis. He's got this to Pickens. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Back to throw. Lewis. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On second down now, Colbert. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
114 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll keep it on the ground. Colbert.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here we go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Up the middle they go. Curtis. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake. Lewis. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Here's Ryan Wright now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All eyes on Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Bears 21. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. He's got Mooney.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Fields on 1st down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Steelers, they get just their 3rd win of this